Introducing from MGM Grand Garden Arena, Executive Vice Chairman, Hart.
Good morning, WFG land. How's everybody doing? I'm proud of the co-founders of Team Alpha with my wife, Gabriella, and Alpha, attitude, leadership, professionalism, humility, and action. You can only control your attitude and your actions, right? And that's what we're all about. And I just want to say thank you for the privilege to speak from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everybody that's done everything instrumental in our life, from the company and all the stuff that they do to organize this, from our uplines, from Greg Cap to Jeff Levitan to Rob Day to Eric Olson, all of our sidelines, my beautiful family, and my Father who art in heaven. So I just want to say thank you for allowing us to come and speak and deliver this message. You know, I never knew how powerful spoken word really is. How many of you, when you go home, you're going to open up a can of something on somebody when you get home because you're going to turn these haters into your motivators? Is that right? Do you all got haters back home? How many of you got somebody in your life that said, when you start making money, well then I'm going to do it too? Anybody, or was it just me? So you know, one of the things that I realized, one of the funny things, is that they actually expected me to fail, because they would have joined me right away if they thought that I was going to win. Ooh. See, if we prove somebody wrong and you become successful here from all the doubters and all the naysayers, how are they going to feel about themselves? Do you think they want to feel that way? See, they're actually waiting on us to lose so that they can say, I told you so. See, I wouldn't give them the benefit of the doubt. That became my crusade. My crusade in the beginning, my why in the beginning became to prove people wrong. You get what I'm saying? When I came to this company, I didn't understand that I had spells cast upon me. Why do you think they call, the way you cast spells on somebody is through words. Why do you think they call it spelling? See, a lot of times we've been broke, but we don't know why we're broke. And when I came to this company, anybody a recovering brokeaholic just like me? See, I came in thinking small. I didn't think big. I didn't think that I could speak on stage. My biggest fears were Jesus, spiders, and public speaking. I didn't know that God was going to take what my biggest fear was and turn it into what I do for a living. And all of a sudden, that's what I became known for, right? That's somebody in this room. See, if you don't get up here on stage, nobody's going to know who you are. You can make an impact in somebody's life that we can't make, and it's up to you. The future wave of WFG is coming. See, I'm a product of this company. I already know who it is. We were here, nobody knew who we were, but one day we knew that we were going to make it. How many of you got somebody to fire when you go home, and that's called your boss? Because you got this tugging on your heartstrings. You got to come full time. You know you got to come full time. You got to go all in. See, if you're not full time, you're just visiting.
Oh,
look at the name badge. Doesn't it say attendee? You want to be a spectator, or do you want to be a player? I don't want to be clapping for everybody else. I want to be up on stage one day winning. When nobody knew who I was, when I was 24 years old, when I had dirt under my fingernails, I came to a BPM. English was my second language, just like Eric, because we did not speak English in the streets. You see what I'm saying, right? I didn't know how to speak English. I had to learn this business. I didn't know what I was doing here. Didn't even have a bank account, didn't know how to tie a tie, didn't own a suit, wasn't married, no kids, no home. Everything that says I'm not supposed to win was in me. But they can't judge the heart of somebody by looking at a piece of paper. You gotta put them in the game to see if they want to win. You gotta stick them in the fight. And if you can get up one more time and you get knocked down, you got a chance to win. See, how many of you, one more time by show of hands, this is your very first convention? Make a decision to come back. I'll share with you my quick story, and I'm gonna show you how you come full time. Anybody wanna know how they come full time? Yeah. How many of you got some adversity back home? You're going through some issues, but like my leader says, adversity has a benefit if you look for it. See, adversity defines your character if you know how to come through it. You get what I'm saying? Everybody has it. I found human beings are like tea bags. You got to stick them in hot water to find out what flavor they are. What kind of hot water are you in? What's your path? What road are you going to go through? Are you a little jasmine, a little Earl Grey, a little chocolate Rubios? What kind of flavor are you? It's about to come out in WFG. See, I got my my education in the public fool system. School system, sorry about that. And they taught me how to go work on a corporation in slavery, for a salary to submit to the authority of the manager, all so that all my money goes and becomes theirs. What's theirs? The IRS. This company showed me how to get free. This company showed me that the shackles were on my brain. I had a spell cast upon me, and this company woke me up. God has a plan in your life. I just want to let you guys know there's somebody in here you know who I'm talking to. There's a plan for you in your life. What if I was just sentenced to 30 or 40 years of wrenching on tires as a mechanic? I would have never known who I truly was. I would have never known. This company is about taking care of widows and orphans. It has principles that long precede us. See, the scriptures say the borrower will forever be enslaved to the lender. What's the number one plague of society nowadays? Debt. And student debt is one of the biggest debts that you can't even get rid of with bankruptcy. The borrower will forever be enslaved to the lender. What was the first credit card? MasterCard. Just saying. I want to teach you guys how to close. See, I'm going to give you some techniques I learned from my leader, the OC of Team Pinnacle. OC stands for the original closer. The original closer at Team Pinnacle taught me everything that I know, how to get a yes. You got to learn to get people from go from a no to a yes. Anybody want to learn how to do that? Your success is going to be defined by learning how to take a no to a yes. If I can get my PowerPoint. Yeah, I said PowerPoint. That's right. Now, when I came to the company, I couldn't close a sliding door with baby oil and WD-40 and Vaseline on. I still couldn't close it, right? I remember I would make phone calls and I wouldn't know how to answer the question, and so I would just hang up my cell phone and act like I lost service, and then I would figure out what the objection was, and I'd call them back and say, I lost the call, sorry, and now I knew how to overcome the objection, right? You gotta do what you gotta do to make it here. Can I have it is there, all right. Communication. See, a lot of times we want to learn the words, but it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Communication is 55% body language, it's 38% tone of voice, and only 7% content. See, sometimes we're focusing on the wrong things. We're trying to make the words perfect. When weren't there a lot of leaders up here, we didn't even understand what the heck they said, but for some reason we laughed at their jokes? I don't even know what they said, but I'm laughing. Tone of voice and body language. See, they're passionate about what they say. See, when you yawn, the yawn becomes contagious, but when you're passionate, your passion becomes contagious. A great example of somebody who has no content, but you can read their tone of voice and body language is an infant. You know exactly what they want, don't you? See, you got to become passionate. We got to start to have that childlike enthusiasm. See, a child knows how to close. They will wear you out until you say yes. Am I right? Can I get a cookie? Can I get a cookie? Can I get a cookie? See, we got to be cautious because sometimes we're afraid of rejection because we've been told no 10, 20, 30,000 times but by good-meaning parents, but then all of a sudden now we go out into the real world and then we're scared to take the word no. There was a day when you were a child and you wouldn't give up. You were relentless. We got to get back to that childlike enthusiasm that we know we all have inside of us. Communication, baby. Say it again. It's not what you say, it's what? How you say it. It's not what you say, it's what? How you say it. You want to learn some techniques from the master closer himself that he taught me? Let me give you 10 steps on how to close people. I want you to write this in your notes. Closing is helping. You're helping people. You're not hurting anybody by closing. You got to get them to say yes, because if you don't close them, they're no better off than they were. I heard Monty Holmes say, never be afraid to inconvenience somebody if it's for their own good. Is saving money for their own good? Is protecting families for their own good? Is sending their kids to college for their own good? They have no college savings for their kids right now. If you don't close them, who is? The majority of the industry is not going to come to the middle class family. So how do you close people? Step number one, I want to give you some ideas. You got to ask the right questions. You got to become a professional question asker. The question to a WFG representative is like a scalpel to a surgeon. You got to know exactly how to ask the right questions. And basically what you do when you close people is you ask questions and then you lead them into a direction where they have to say yes. You kind of paint them into a corner and then they have to say yes. What's people's favorite topic? Themselves. You got to get them to talk. Number two, you got to have passion, conviction, and energy. Whoever's the most certain person in any conversation wins the conversation. Somebody's always closing somebody. If they're closing you on why they shouldn't, if they're closing you on why their JOB is better than our business, if they're closing you on why having no savings is better than having savings, or having money in a bank account is better than our IUL products, well then they're going to close you in and you're not going to get paid, they're not going to get help, and it's a lose-lose situation. But if you can get them to say yes, everybody wins. You get what I'm saying? Who's more certain when you go back? So you got certainty all around you. Some of us came from smaller offices, but now we come here and we're like, this thing is huge. We're gonna go back, and like I said, we're gonna open up we're gonna open up a can on somebody out there, all right? Don't you say nothing about WFG. I take it personal when they say something bad about WFG. We gotta have heart in this, man. This is about our family. You're taking food away from my family. Number 3, give people options. See, if I say, would you like to do 200 a month, 300 a month, 400 a month? All of a sudden they're being closed, but they make the choice, not me. So when people feel like they're making the choice, they're not being sold. Everybody likes to buy, but nobody wants to be sold. You get what I'm saying? Give people options. Assume they want to move forward. Okay, assume people are intelligent. Assume people want to help their families. Assume that they love their family. Assume they want to get their kids debt-free college education. So you just say, okay, what we got to do is we got to get this thing set up. When's a good day I can get the nurse to come out? Don't ask, are you interested? Assume that they want to move forward after you presented the way you presented. Number 5, take it away. Everybody wants what they can't have, am I right? Women have been doing this for millennia to us. It's entice, withdraw. It's entice, withdraw. Look, I hope this plan works out for you, but I don't know if you're going to qualify. Let's make sure you look healthy on the outside. I don't know if you're healthy on the inside. Let's get a nurse to come out, do the physical, the free physical, and we'll see if you qualify. Fair enough? Does that make sense? Nod and smile. I learned this from Eric. Eric's really good at that. See, when somebody smiles, you just got to be nice to them, right? And when you say yes, all of a sudden everybody else starts saying yes. You get what I'm saying? So when you're smiling and you say yes, you start getting people into the yes frame of mind, and you're picking them into that corner, getting them to do something that's good for them. Closing is about getting people to do something that's good for them. Number 7, overcome the objections before they come up. What are some of the biggest objections? Time and money. Why not ask them in the beginning, so what's your schedule? If you were to take on something part-time, what would be your schedule? When can you fit something in? And once they tell you that, at the end, when you're asking for the fees, all of a sudden they can't say they don't have any time. You get what I'm saying? Money, same concept. What if we can find the money for you? If I can find a way to find the existing money that's going out and then rearrange the furniture and put it into an account for them, we can get them to move forward. Time and money are the biggest objections you're ever going to hear. Number 8, comparison selling. We have multiple product providers. Why not just show them a couple different providers and let them make the choice? Why not show them how a 401k versus a Roth IRA, or a traditional IRA versus our IUL plan, or term insurance versus permanent insurance? We have a smorgasbord of opportunity here. You can give them whatever they need, whatever they want. We're not salespeople, we're consultants. We're just advising them on what's better for their family. See, I want to let you know, salespeople, although we are, they make the world go round. Nobody else would get paid if it wasn't for you closing the sale. Did you realize how powerful that is? The home office loves us because we close business, or else we can't feed them. Every time you close a sale, somebody feeds their family because you got them to say yes. How many phlebotomists out there that do medical exams are able to feed their family because you're in the field taking the rejection, taking the no's, and they're able to buy a home for their family because you set up these life insurance policies? It's up to us to close. It's our obligation to close these families. What about the underwriters? The underwriters have a job because you closed the sale. You get what I'm saying? What about the customer service? They got a job because you closed the sale. Everybody wins when you close business, and everybody loses when you don't. You got to become a closer. That's one of the things we talk about in Team Pinnacle all the time. You got to learn how to close. You can't come full time until you learn how to close. When you know how to make money, you'll never need another job another day in your life. You can fire your boss and kiss them goodbye. Now you get to be in the driver's seat of your destiny. You get to control your family's future. Why let another man control your family's future? See, when I seen my dad go to work every single day and build another man's company while we were in and they're putting their kids through private school while we're in the public schools. See, we can't let that happen. We got to go win for our family. And one of the last things I want to talk about is the closer binder. Show them stuff. Tell them something. Show them something. Tell them something. One of the best articles we have now is The Truth About WFG, the unauthorized version from Steve Siebold. Hey, third party, show it to them, man. This is the real thing. Let's hit them between the eyes. Let's be aggressive with this. And then last but not least, no big deal. Is it quick? Real quick. Is that fair? Does that make sense? Yeah. Okay, let's get this set up real quick. Make sense? Yeah, let's go ahead. And I just want to let you guys know, man, this company has completely changed my life. You got an action-packed agenda coming up after me, and I just wanted to come bless your morning. But when I was back there with the fire alarm, they gave me an announcement to read. So let me read this real quick. And I want you, it's around in Las Vegas, it's around in the Bay Area, it's all through California, and I'm sure it's in a lot of other places where you guys are located. And it's something called the 40-40-40 scam. I don't know if you heard about it. It's a very scary thing. It's scary. I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. Be on the lookout. It's where you have to work 40 hours a week for the next 40 years of your life, all to retire on 40% of what you couldn't afford to live on in the first place. I think they also call it a job. J-O-B, just over broke, the jail operating as a business. If you or anybody that you know has been a victim of this scam, call your local WFG office because we can help. Thank you.